Good evening, Coomers.
Hello.
The Jame is back.
We about to
with his
live tweet
shells.
again.
Again? Yeah, I didn't even tweet anything
Here we go.
on Monday.
Yeah, I didn't either now that I think about it. Ooh. This is bad. I shouldn't be looking at my phone, but these popped up. I had to retweet. Look what Emily just tattooed. Aren't those pretty?
Well, you can't show me and not show the chat.
Look, this is
Oh,
one of my good friends. She's a tattoo artist in Portland. Look how pretty. And then, Emily, are you serious? So pretty.
Well done. She did a portrait of Cloud. That is just one of my favorite things ever put onto a canvas.
We actually paid her to do my parents' winter festivities gift.
Oh, yeah.
Sparky, my family dog growing up, who passed away a few years ago. She drew him for my mom and dad, and then their current dog, Franklin. Oh my god, I didn't even... Oh, well, you haven't posted it yet. I'm waiting for you. Tweet faster.
It's got to be clever. Hey, what should we say to Twitter? The rest of you are here, so you're cool. But the rest of these slowpokes...
Time to breathe wildly.
Time to breathe wildly. Time to breathe coom.
Oh.
That's not right.
That's terrible. Why would you say that? Oh, he's such a good boy. Oh, he's such a good boy.
I said it because it's terrible.
Oh, he's such a good boy. Dude, I love it when he takes a big bite from the food that you're giving him and it gets stuck in his chest fur. I think that's the funniest thing. And he doesn't notice it half the time. You have to point it out.
Yeah, Mighty, I'll say this about him. He's very tough. He's a tough dog who doesn't back down from a scuffle. But, he's street smart. He's not exactly book smart. He actually met a horse today. I should show you guys that.
You took photos? Oh no.
Don't worry, you're not facing the camera.
That does make me feel a little bit better. I looked a little bit garbage.
I should, you know what? Next time we see that horse, I want you to get a photo of them touching noses.
I was letting him sniff me so he could smell the horse beforehand. You can show them that. It's okay. I have we were skating together. I'm learning to roller skate. So I have my pads and shit on, just so you guys are prepared. But I did pretty good, did I not? I'm feeling good about it. I got turns down.
Yeah, you're definitely improving. Maybe I should big face this. There's Mighty on the bottom, looking
Big
straight into the
facer.
eyes of. Oh shoot!
Me!
Looking straight into the eyes of that horse.
And sniffing it on my hands.
Yeah. Chelsea went off the beaten path, quite literally.
And
to
my
say hello to
skates,
this
although I don't
horse.
think they can see my pretty skates.
No, I don't know if they showed up in any
But
of
I've
these
showed them
photos.
before. I showed them
Oh, here we go.
on stream. My skates.
There they are.
Pretty skates.
They stand
Pretty
out for sure.
skates.
I definitely need to get you some boot protectors for the toe.
I know,
Or
that's
boot.
such a bummer. I can't believe I already got. Was it on that fall? It must have been.
I don't know, because it could have just as easily happened when you were getting up onto a curb or something, you know.
Really? That was a pretty bad.
But I don't understand how it could have happened
Scott.
because you fell like this. I don't know. Unless like
When I got
it could have happened any time
I
where you
s-
were on your knees.
when I realized where I was when the dust had settled after you caught me, because he caught me, my legs were on the side, on my left side.
Yeah. It could have happened any time when
So I
you
think
abruptly
I
had to.
fell and I tried to push myself forward. I realized I couldn't, so I went to
see.
catch myself.
Yeah.
And I saw you, so I'm probably leaned toward you to be
Yeah.
better caught.
Those
and
boots
I-
are not, particularly well suited to outdoor skating, but they were the only ones I could find. And
I love them.
boots just get torn up. That's what happens. Skates are like a perishable thing. It's rare. Like, I went through a pair of skates every year growing up playing hockey. There was just no way around it because, especially playing out on, because it was inline hockey for the most part. I played ice hockey too, but I never had to replace my ice hockey skates. The ones that I have, they're still the same
They're the
ice
same
hockey
ones,
skates. Yeah.
and they're in good condition.
Whereas I went through like 5 pairs. It was probably like once every 2 years. I had to get a new pair of inline skates, and the boot would just get torn the fuck up. Like eventually, the boot would be falling apart.
I guess it makes
when I
sense.
would
You're
have to replace
clashing
it.
into each other too, and everything.
It's you're sliding on concrete when you fall and stuff, so it's much harder than skating around on ice, and then it's the heat too.
Yeah.
Like you're skating around, it actually would like melt dudes' wheels when we would play out there when it was like 90 degrees or more. You would get out there. Some weeks it would actually be too hot for us to really play, but we would still kind of shoot the puck around.
You know, it makes sense that you're so confident on skates with all that hockey, especially because you guys had to wear so many pads. Falling probably felt like nothing.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, in fact, I was kind of infamous for falling.
God damn it.
I would be a little extra about it, just because it was funny to me, not because I was that clumsy. But eventually, I cared more about playing the sport well than I cared about, being the center of attention.
Eric was asking what position. Big J.
I played ice and street hockey. I mostly played. Well, it wasn't really street hockey; it was inline, so it'd be like
Yeah.
a big concrete rink. I would play any position, really. Like I even tried goalie at one point, but goalie pads were just too expensive to really get into. And then, when the position I would play the most when I would actually play against,
In sport,
folks in like
teams.
Ironman tournaments and the few city league like championships, if you want to call it that we had. I thought I had a trophy somewhere. It might be at my mom's.
I think it's at your mom's. I think I know which one you're
where we
talking
won.
about.
We won the Moreno Valley City Championship one year.
We should totally put that in here. Are you kidding me?
It's the one trophy I won as a kid, but it wasn't that I won a trophy. It was that the coach bought us all trophies
I want
after.
to get a little teeny tiny shelf and hang it next to your play button. That'd be so
Sure.
cute.
But I played defense. I played defense, generally speaking. Not specifically right or left, but I guess if I was right-handed, I was
You have
mostly.
big center energy.
I
That's
guess it
what
didn't
Eric
really matter.
says.
I have big center energy. When I got
big.
more confident at the game and like playing forward, I would be typically center or left wing, but mostly I was actually a really good defenseman to the point where it was kind of boring.
Ooh, you're just so talented. So amazing.
Well, unless I was playing against guys that played like travel hockey, it would be very hard to get around me and fuck with the goalie. Unless I was coming back from being, playing forward on a particular play, like if I was behind the net, behind the other team's net. Coming back, I was pretty much always at the point line, and it was very hard to get around me, and I was very obnoxious about it. I pissed off a couple of people really bad with how, like, they just couldn't get around me.
That's fucking funny.
Ever. They would have to play, like, legit hockey, like the guys that play travel hockey, where it's like they're playing like 4 times a week or something stupid like that. And otherwise,
You're just
they're
so
just,
amazing.
well, they were getting, they pay thousands of dollars every year to play travel hockey.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can't, once
really
you deal
compete.
with guys like
It was
that,
the same
it was
thing
just
in
no
tennis
chance.
because there's one high school in our county
Where they can
that's
just spend,
wealthy.
they can afford to play year round.
And their coach used to be a professional tennis player.
That'll do it.
Their football coach was a professional
Yeah.
NFL player too. Sorry, I keep cursing. It's insane and it's not fair.
What chance
and
do you
it's all
have?
the wealthy people in our area.
Yeah.
And they got tennis tennis practice year round for 2 hours. I'm like, how do I compete with that at all?
You don't. Like, you reach a certain point where you can't even compete. What's really crazy is I remember one time I watched a travel team, a champion travel team.
Mm-hmm.
And these are the guys that would skate circles around me. They just really, played good fucking hockey. But then, because they won the championship, they got to play against some former NHL guys. But these were former NHL, as in they were like in their 50s and they had retired like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Like Marty McSorley was there, and I think he retired in like 2000 or something like that, 2005 maybe. But these retired old NHL dudes
Kicked your guys' ass.
and
Their
I didn't play.
ass,
Yeah,
sorry.
they destroyed
That'd be
the travel
cool if you
team.
got to do that.
They made it like 9-0 inside of 5 minutes. And what's worse is that they looked lazy about it. Like they
weren't trying.
They were just coasting. And the thing is they let the travel team catch up.
I think you told me that.
They scored like 9 goals in a row, and then the travel team came back and they got to like 9-7, and then the NHL guys scored like another 3 goals. But they looked so bored while they were doing it.
Dude, I really wish I could watch you play hockey. That'd be so cool. One of these days.
You will someday. I mean, we could play at the ice rink in downtown.
You could join a team.
Just off of downtown. I wouldn't have time to do that. Not right now, anyway. But
Maybe someday.
I could play. I can just show up to like a pickup game because I know they have pickup like nights at the local rink.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if they're year round. I think they take the ice off during the warmer months. Anyway, there is no Clash Discord. I don't have the time. If you guys wanted to form a Discord, you'd be more than welcome to. But I'm not gonna manage it. Does that make sense? I'm not gonna deal with it. I could make it.
This is extremely controversial to say, but I just don't like Discord.
It's just a
I'm
huge
sorry.
time sink.
I know that's really controversial, and I know a lot of people love Discord, and it's so amazing. But I just don't like to be on my phone very much, and Discord sends way too many notifications. It pisses me off. It gets on my nerves.
Well, you can turn
so
off the
bad.
notifications.
I did, but they find a way. I swear to God, they find a way.
Life finds a way.
Because I turned them off and I hadn't heard anything for months, to the point where I thought that I deleted it from my phone. I didn't even realize that I still had it.
And then you had it.
And then I randomly started getting notifications from you because you'll message quick passwords into the chat that you change.
It's the easiest way for me to talk to myself.
And all this like big list of numbers and letters and symbols just pops up, and I'm like, what is happening? Not getting this again? Anyway.
Yeah,
Sorry, that's lame.
it's a huge time sink, man. Like I'm not even a part of any Discords.
Takara,
anymore.
thank you. I don't get it either. And I've tried. I tried joining several Animal Crossing Discords. Then
Yeah,
like he's
a lot of
trying to
a lot
get
of the
her
communities just wind up having a lot of like gatekeeping. It's the same thing on Reddit, to be fair, but
It's Clash James the Man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Latios. That's definitely a good guess. I'm
it's
sorry.
Clash just titties, man.
Just titties, man.
Should be a comment in there,
You're
I
all
guess.
about.
Anyway,
You're all about titties, man. You're not gonna tell them.
what?
You're not gonna tell them.
What JTM means?
Yeah.
JTM is James Terry Marshall.
If you look it up, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. And Clash is the band. That's right. I should never have.
Precisely.
If I could go back in time, I would change it to. It wouldn't be Clash.
What would it be?
I don't know. It'd probably just be James.
You know, I don't ever hear you playing the Clash, like ever.
No.
So what's? Why the Clash?
I mean, I'm sure I played a Clash song or two in the past, but it's just not a.
Maybe
It's not a band.
sometime once in the last 4 years.
Yeah, but you gotta keep in mind,
Back
I made that
then-
name 10 years ago.
Yeah, you were obsessed with them. You listened
I wasn't
to them all the
obsessed
time.
with them. I don't know. I had a lot of respect for what they did. But now, if you look at interviews, like with Joe Strummer, he's just a fucking weirdo. He's a crackpot.
Oh.
He just sounds like he's off his rocker. So anyway, let's play some Breath of the
Yeah,
Wild.
what we're here for. It's only been
Damn. Hey, suck God.
what?
This is-
Oh my God! Suck God! What an amazing